Breaking news. Tension is building at Hollis Hall as two critical position battles threaten to reshape the future of the Chicago Bears. With training camp heating up, coaches are under pressure, players are on edge, and one key decision could determine how the offense and the defense perform in 2025. Stay with us as we break down the left tackle chaos, the DB shakeup, and exactly what Ben Johnson is saying behind the scenes. The battle at left tackle has officially turned into a war. At the heart of it is Braxton Jones, the veteran who's been steady for 3 years, but is now returning from a serious injury. He's experienced, disciplined, and knows the system, but he's not the only one turning heads. Enter the second-year lineman, hungry, focused, and showing major growth. Coaches are watching him closely, noting his improvement in footwork in one-on-one drills. And just when you thought the competition was tight enough, a rookie has crashed the party. Explosive, powerful, and fearless, he's demanding attention with every snap. Before we dive deeper into the latest from Hollis Hall, if you're a true Bears fan and you want non-stop updates, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a breaking update. Let's move on to the latest news out of camp. With the Bears off today, coaches are using this window to review film, especially on the offensive line. The left tackle reps have been divided equally in camp so far, part of Ben Johnson's strategy to keep the competition wide open. When asked about naming a starter, Johnson didn't hold back. "We're getting more clarity every day," he said, but he's in no rush. It's about consistency. Who's making the fewest mental mistakes? Who's winning the one-on-one battles in pass protection? Johnson emphasized that offensive line chemistry takes time, and that identifying the final five is the key to unlocking the offense's full potential. So as camp continues, eyes are locked on the trenches. Because once the starter is named, there's no going back. The pressure at left tackle isn't just about who wins the job, it's about who can survive the fire. 4 spots on the Bears' offensive line are already locked in. Darnell Wright is untouchable at right tackle. The interior is solidified with veterans who've earned their stripes. That means the only real question left is this: who's going to protect the blind side? The spotlight falls directly on Braxton Jones, the longest tenured tackle on the roster. He's entering the final year of his rookie deal, and the stakes couldn't be higher. He's been honest about the journey. "Before the injury, I really felt like I was coming into my own," Jones said at camp. "Confidence-wise, I was starting to click, but the injury derailed that momentum. The rehab was tough, mentally draining, but he committed to the process and made it back in time for full padded practices. That alone speaks volumes about his work ethic." Still, Jones knows he's not all the way back yet. He's on the field, he's competing, but when asked, he admitted the confidence isn't at 100% like it used to be. And in the NFL trenches, confidence is everything. Coaches have noticed the improvement, though. Dan Rauscher, the Bears' offensive line coach, didn't hold back. "This guy's an overachiever. The Hall of Fame is full of guys like him. That's not just coach speak, it's belief. But belief alone won't win the job. This isn't about potential anymore, it's about performance." Jones may be the most experienced option, but with younger, cheaper talent breathing down his neck, the Bears have a cap decision looming too. And for Braxton, this might be his last chance to prove he belongs in Chicago long-term. The countdown is on. Karan Amegadjie is quietly writing his own comeback story, and it's starting to turn heads. Last season, things couldn't have started worse. His NFL debut on Monday Night Football was a disaster. Thrown straight into the fire against elite pass rushers, he was overwhelmed, exposed. That night could have crushed his confidence. But it didn't. Instead, Karan has come back stronger, smarter, and more determined than ever. He spoke recently about the mental shift. "Every day, I'm competing with myself. I just want to be better than I was yesterday." And that mindset is paying off. He looks leaner, his movements are smoother, and physically, he's clearly transformed. That massive frame, especially his freakish wingspan, is becoming a real weapon on the field. Coaches have taken notice. He's not just hanging in there, he's challenging the pecking order. Let's not forget, this is the same guy who was once a projected first-round pick before a quad injury pushed him down the draft board. That injury is now firmly behind him, and it shows. His mobility, strength, and anchor in pass protection have all taken a serious leap. Right now, Karan isn't the favorite to start at left tackle. But make no mistake, he's forcing himself into the conversation. Many thought it was a two-man race between Braxton Jones and Azie Trapilo. But Karan has other plans. In fact, some inside the building believe he may even have a future at guard. With Jonah Jackson nursing a leg issue and Ryan Bates carrying his own injury history, there could be a real opportunity for Karan to get snaps at right guard during camp. His size and run-blocking potential would be a perfect fit. And while he's not in the spotlight just yet, he's getting closer with every rep. As for Azie Trapilo, he's not backing down either, and his rise is worth watching closely. Let's break that down next. It's rare to hear a coach speak about a rookie like he's already a veteran, but that's exactly what's happening with Azie Trapilo. Declan Doyle, the Bears' tight ends coach, didn't hold back. He's really mature, carries himself like a pro, works like one too. It's not just about potential with Azie, it's the way he operates. From the way he studies tape to how he engages with coaches, he's already setting a tone in the room. And it's catching the attention of the staff, especially offensive line coaches Dan Rauscher and Chris Morgan. Everyone's watching the battle at left tackle, but Azie is doing more than just holding his own. He's making a real push. And here's what makes it more impressive. Even though he's in direct competition with Braxton Jones and Karan Amegadjie, Azie continues to show respect and humility. When asked, he credited the veterans for helping him grow. Braxton and Karan, they've been the first to step in and guide me, as he said. It's competitive, yeah, but we're all trying to get better for the team. That's not just maturity. That's leadership, even as a rookie. He knows the stakes. He knows he's being groomed for something bigger. Whether he starts week 1 or not, the Bears clearly see a long-term future in him. And from a roster-building standpoint, it's a smart move. If Azie becomes the starter, it gives Chicago cap flexibility for seasons to come, with a potential plug-and-play left tackle on a rookie deal. And let's talk about the physical tools. 6'8", 320 pounds, powerful hands, and a play style that reminds some coaches of Kyle Long. That's high praise, and so far, Azie is living up to it. No one expected him to rise this fast, but here we are, he's made the competition real. And now, just as things are getting intense in the trenches, a new battle is heating up in the secondary. With Jaylon Johnson still sidelined by a leg injury, the Bears are facing another key question. Who's going to step up opposite Tyrique Stevenson? Let's talk about that next, and the new face who's shaking things up. The Bears are holding their breath for Jaylon Johnson. He's fighting through a tough leg injury, with Week 1 against the Vikings circled on the calendar. But with injuries like his, there are no guarantees. And that first matchup isn't just any game, it's against Justin Jefferson, the best receiver in football. Jaylon has a history of giving Jefferson real problems. Few corners in the league have been able to match his physicality and timing the way Johnson has. That's exactly why his return is so critical. But here's the twist. Even if Jaylon makes it back, he might not be the one guarding Jefferson. Because Nahshon Wright is making a statement at Bears camp, and fast. Wright spent time with the Vikings last year and practiced daily against Jefferson. That experience has clearly sharpened his game. You can't ask for a better challenge, Wright said. Going up against the league's best every day forces you to level up fast. He didn't just survive it, he embraced it. Whether it was scout team or live reps, Wright used every chance to build his technique, test his instincts, and refine his confidence. And it's paying off. Even Rome Odunze, Chicago's promising rookie receiver, spoke up. Man, he's a baller. Not many 6'4" corners can move like that. Every day is a challenge going against him. At 6'4" and over 200 pounds, Wright brings a unique presence to the Bears' secondary. That rare combination of size, length, and agility is making things difficult for receivers, and it's catching the coach's attention. His NFL journey hasn't been smooth. Drafted in the 3rd round by Dallas in 2021, he flashed potential but bounced around due to depth charts and injuries. Now, at just 26 years old, he's seizing this new opportunity in Chicago with intensity. He's not coasting, he's clawing. And that chip on his shoulder is exactly what the Bears need. He's not just fighting for a roster spot, he's making a real push to be on the field week 1. If Jalen Johnson isn't 100% in time for Minnesota, Wright just might be the one locking horns with Jefferson under the lights. And honestly, he might be ready for it. While the action on the field has been intense, things briefly got just as heated off it. There was a minor media dust-up during a recent open practice at Halas Hall, and it sparked some confusion. A handful of fans and independent reporters were sharing clips from camp, despite strict no-filming rules in place. One particular post drew attention, and it triggered a response from the team. Security stepped in. There were conversations, misunderstandings, and at one point, a temporary ban was issued from Bears camp. The good news? Cooler heads prevailed. The team and the individual involved had a private conversation. Apologies were exchanged. And just like that, the situation was resolved professionally. The Bears showed grace in how they handled it, and now everything's cleared up, including a minor legal formality that's being taken care of through proper channels. It's a reminder, while the stakes are high for players battling for roster spots, the same intensity surrounds the coverage of this team. Passion, excitement, and sometimes a little chaos. That's Chicago football. Now with everything back on track, the focus returns to the field, where the real stories are being written. From position battles to comebacks, rookie breakouts to veteran leadership, this camp is shaping up to be one of the most fascinating in recent Bears history. And as next week's practices roll in, the competition will only get fiercer. The countdown to Week 1 continues.